Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Introduction to Microeconomics at Ozarka College. Today what I'd like to do is give you a little bit of feedback on the chapters 13 and 14 activities that I finished grading yesterday. And then I'm going to tell you what we've got coming up due for chapters 15 and 16 later this week. Okay? Alright. So the first thing is, like I said, I did finish grading the chapters 13 and 14 activities yesterday. If you haven't already gone in and looked at your grades for those activities and read the grading comments, go ahead and do that as soon as you can. And let me know if you have any questions at all. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Most of you did well on the assignment. There were a couple of students I noticed that didn't submit the chapters 13 and 14 activities for some reason. If you're having some problem or something that I can help you with, just let me know. And hopefully those students that didn't get the work turned in this time will get it turned in and get back on track for next time. But just let me know if I can help you with that. All right. Let's see. The discussion that we had for chapters 13 and 14 that dealt with protecting intellectual property. I thought that went very well. I really enjoyed reading everyone's comments, and I really enjoyed that discussion. So good work on that. Keep up the good work on the discussions. Let's see. On the test, there were some of you that did well on that, some of you that didn't do so well. I have a suspicion that those that didn't do so well probably didn't put that much time and effort in. You probably maybe came into a time crunch and were just trying to get it done. And that's all the more reason to get started early on your activities. You know, don't wait until the last couple of hours before they're due, because you're going to have to just try to rush through it, and then you're probably not going to do as well. So the other thing I need to remind you about the test is, remember, you can take those chapter tests as many times as you want to up until the due date, and your highest grade is automatically recorded. All right, so just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so that brings us to what we've got coming up due for our next set of activities. So let's go to the activities page in my Ozarka. Let's see, right now we are on week 12 of the semester. So we're marching right along. We're getting very close to the end of the semester here. We've just got a few weeks left, really. So let's see. Of course, we had our work due for chapters 13 and 14 Tuesday of this week, so we don't have anything else due this week. But we do have work due next week, okay? Chapters 15 and 16 activities are due by Saturday, April 19th. So you've got a little over a week to be working on those. And let's see, chapter 15, very briefly here, I'm going to kind of go over what is covered in chapters 15 and 16. So starting with chapter 15, that covers economic regulation, including things like regulating monopolies, antitrust laws, and finally at the end of the chapter, it talks about competitive trends in the economy. All right? And then chapter 16 deals with the impact that public goods and public choice have on the economy. You know, so far this semester, we've talked about mostly private markets, privately owned companies that are producing goods that not everyone can actually access. You know, they have to pay a particular price to be able to get those goods and services. Whereas in the public goods market, those are things that are offered by the government at various levels, you know, federal, state, and local, that are things that you can't, there's no price there, and so those goods are offered for free as far as anybody can access those. Of course, you pay taxes to be able to use those to have those public resources, but there is a lot of difference in how the public goods market versus the private goods market. And so that's part of what you're going to learn about in Chapter 16. There are some problems that are encountered when you offer everyone the goods for free. And you don't limit access based on price. And so you're going to learn about some of those problems that are encountered because of that. All right? And that's really all I have for you for today. Just remember the resources that you have available to you to do your assignments. You've got your textbook, of course. You've got your PowerPoint slides that I've got on the assignment page. You've got your videos that I've linked on the assignment page. And most of you have been using those resources, but if you haven't been fully using those, I would definitely highly recommend doing so. It just makes it much more, it makes it easier for you to really understand the concepts if you're really fully using those resources. All right. And that's really all I have for you for today. So enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend. And I will probably not talk to you next week since our work's not due until late next week. So it'll probably be early the following week after Easter that I'll talk to you again. But have a good, like I said, enjoy your week and your weekend. Enjoy your Easter. And I will talk to you next time. Thank you.